Life isn't only black and white. Somewhere in the grey lies the truth. Where perspectives collide and stories connect. Welcome to the Black, White and Grey podcast. Today, on the couch, we have a relationship expert. Very controversial, potentially. Potentially, or not. Chengi. Did I say that right? Did I say that right?
You did. Well done. You get to stay.
I almost got kicked out of the men club. Amin, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Off camera, we was talking about so many things about relationships.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you a relationship coach?
Why am I a relationship coach? Why am I a relation? That's a very long story. I didn't choose it. It chose me.
Wow.
Yeah. I was really trying to figure out my love life. Right. So I was married for 13 years, got divorced, and that was terrifying because I couldn't see it coming, you know. But looking back, it was obviously obvious. But got married at 19, and I've always been intuitive. I'm the person my friends come to for relationships, period, since I was a little girl. My mom was my first client at the age of 9. Yes. So, and it's a gift, you know, women would sit with me, men, women. Even when we were in the cab driver had stopped me. That's why I was extra late, because he wanted to talk, right? So people talk to me very naturally, very easily. And I was the girl that boys and girls came to for relationships. And so it's always been intuitive. So when my relationship didn't work and I couldn't, because I'm crystal clear with other people, but with myself, there's just no clarity. So I kind of went on a healing journey. I went on a healing journey to understand what was going on, because you guys were driving me crazy.
Hang on.
I couldn't keep a me on.
I don't really like the classification.
You mean after
anyway.
the divorce? So you
After the divorce,
so you went through rebounds, or
Yeah,
can we categorize them as that?
That's a good one. Yeah. So after the divorce, I was like, that's one rotten egg.
Yeah.
Right.
One rotten egg.
Everybody else,
Everybody else.
because I get on so well with men.
Yeah.
I was like, I got this.
What age was this?
I was 33.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I got married at 19, and I was 33 when I separated. And I really didn't want to date again, but everybody was like, oh, no, you got to do it. And I thought, why not?
Yeah.
So dating was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I think it was worse than my marriage. So I didn't really get it. I was like, why don't men want to marry me? Because I'm a Zimbabwean girl. Born and raised. I came to the UK when I was 18, so we only had one narrative: you date to marry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like there was no.
We are the same in
no
Portugal.
grey area.
Right.
There is no.
There's no
black and
dating.
white.
What the
Security
hell
straight
is
away.
that? Right.
But you
So
but so in that belief system, people kind of it always helps when there's like a collective belief system.
Yeah.
But there's got to be some
Great.
fear. Like as soon as some people start getting divorced,
Yeah.
you know that they date differently to people who come from stable families. Like they
Right.
immediately go, this could be the final step, but it also may not be.
yeah.
And so did you just have unwavering belief? I'm in a relationship. It's going to go to marriage, and it will therefore be okay, because you're going to have challenged that belief when you go back onto the dating thing and go,
Right.
don't really want to repeat the last 13 years.
Right.
So how did you kind of carry that belief forward, but also had to reconcile it with your own divorce?
I honestly was deeply naive, and like most of my clients and most people in the world, deeply broken. So
Prior to the marriage? Just in
prior,
life?
yes,
Okay.
you know, we create the relationships that are a reflection of our internal state, right? So
Yeah.
that marriage was a perfect reflection of who I was.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I don't kind of do the pointing finger thing. And I was a mirror of who he was. So we were two broken stories trying to make sense, right? Which is usually the reason people meet the wrong person and get divorced. So at that time, I had zero insight on that, like most people. So my thing was, because marriage suited me. I never saw myself as a dating girl who dates different guys. I was leaving one marriage to be married again. Because
So the
I
institution
genuinely
trumps the-
thought men married. At the time that I left my marriage, my
I thought that too. I
mindset.
still think that.
Right.
Men do not
right.
marry.
They do not marry.
No.
Well, they don't not marry. They just
It's
think
just-
about it.
People do. It's not men, it's not a woman thing, but it's a people thing.
Really?
So you get a people
Yes.
are peoples that love marriage and are peoples that don't love marriage.
Okay, can I ask a question
I don't think
here?
It's male or female.
Right.
Is it? Do you think it's harder when you're coming from when you're divorced because they instantly assume that she might want to get married to me, so it scares men to date a woman that
Are
has
you
been
asking
divorced?
us?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think
I
so.
don't think we think
No,
about
so why
that.
is it? Why is it
because
so
you've
hard?
had,
No,
you've had the
it
Great
wouldn't.
Reset at
Why
that point.
is it so hard?
I don't know if they have. Sometimes they might be
actual-
broken, and you've got a broken part. You've met somebody who's potentially broken because, like Chengi
Yes.
said, if you haven't healed,
Yes.
Yeah.
then you're dealing with that person with trauma still within
The
them.
mirror's
Yeah.
back.
So
Right.
within that conversation, you're still battling that energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but if you've got someone that's healed, if you want to get married, then that's on the cards.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think there is a you're a divorcee, I don't want you.
Yeah.
But you just said that
Men
she
don't
thought
really-
men want to get married.
That
I
was her naivety
believed
at the
that
time.
every single man on the planet had one agenda
Yeah.
to get married.
Oh, right.
That's why
Because I was very naive. Remember, I come from Zimbabwe. I get married
19 is
straight
very
away
young.
at 19.
Yeah, very young.
Into a marriage, which is until you've been married. Marriage is it's a spiritual, emotional place and
Facts.
space where you become separate from the world.
Interesting.
It's like a.
I like that.
That's why people can live together for 5-6 years, get married, and get divorced.
Yeah.
Because marriage is a spiritual entity, an energetic place. So you are really in a bubble,
Yes.
right? And so when you come out of a marriage, there's a lot of people who've been divorced, you believe that the dating world operates the same way as marriage. And because for me, being chosen was so easy, right? I didn't have to date him. He wanted to marry me the moment he saw me.
Fair play.
Because there is a wife energy when you're raised a certain way.
Yes.
There's a wife energy, and
Yeah.
men know.
I know
Yeah.
that.
Men are very intuitive about this is the one you marry, this is the one you play with. They know all of that.
Yeah.
So for me, being chosen for marriage was easy. So in my mind, I'm still young and I still got it. The very next guy I date, he's gonna be my husband.
Yeah.
So I was dating like a wife and not as a woman vetting and selecting for a husband.
Yeah.
That's a whole
dating like
different, because
that's
in
a
my
good
mind,
vibe.
everyone's a husband.
So you were waiting to be selected rather than selecting.
Yes.
And to
I was
select
like, you
yourself.
just have to,
You need to know yourself like deeply, like to know what you're
Exactly.
shopping for. It's like
Yeah.
actually the spotlight's on you now. You're not going, who's choosing me? This guy. You're
Yeah.
going, I'd better have a real think about.
yeah.
what
But that
I'm-
was way later. So for me, Edward, right?
Yeah.
I meet Edward. Edward's fine.
Fine.
He's a fine man.
Fine today. Okay.
And he's like, Chengi, I like you. Let's go on a date.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wonder
Wedding
who's
rings in my
going to
back
marry
pocket.
me.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
So you're already thinking about 15 steps
and
ahead.
I am judging him as a husband.
Yeah.
He's just trying to go on a date.
I'm just trying to find out who you are.
He's just trying to get to know my last name. You know, his
Facts.
intentions are way different. And he's
Yeah.
dating 5 other women.
Oh,
Or
oh, yeah.
a few other
Oh, yeah.
women.
I think
Yeah.
I saw something that you wrote on Instagram was like women sometimes go on a date with a man. No, we can be way ahead of him, of males. I mean, we
ahead.
are always way ahead of you guys.
Way ahead.
And then by the time we get to the date, we are already 5 stages ahead of you.
Yes.
And we're ready to jump in that relationship.
You
Whereas you
can't
guys
be,
are like,
you can't be
this
ahead
is just
of the
a date.
moment.
Right.
But this
you
is
created a fantasy. Like if you haven't met me, haven't met you, and we know a little bit about each other. Sit down, experience that moment, the energy that you can't predict what that's going to be like until you're on the date,
I
and
think-
see if you want to take that energy to another date. That's it, in my
Edward,
opinion.
it's
No, but
mental.
that's the way it should be, right? It's
Because
the
you
way it
take
should
control,
be.
you take a lot of control. If you paint a bubble around somebody and predict their future, you're essentially taking ownership over their decision-making framework.
Edward,
Indeed, yes.
no one can get to the future.
You can't.
So regardless of what they're thinking,
No,
it
but-
doesn't make sense because you can never
It's
get
just because
there.
we jump into feelings before you guys do.
Yeah.
When we are 5, we are ahead of
But
you.
I might
Remember?
be, I might be a
I'm
serial
running.
killer,
That's
right?
our-
and you
that's
go,
our
I
point.
don't know you.
That's the
Yes.
difference between men and women,
Yeah.
right? Because the masculine mind is very logical.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not to say
Yes,
that
that's
the
like you said
woman
to-
is not logical,
I mean-
but
You're
she
very
is
emotional.
she leads with emotion,
That's
which
fair
is not a bad thing.
And intuition's
like
incredible,
I know
right?
some
Like-
men have a problem with, I've had men who are like, because they've been listening to some. One shall not say, but men who are like, I need you to be logical right now, who force a woman to be logical. If you ask the woman to be logical, you're taking out of her feminine, and she is going to have a hard time respecting you.
Yeah, there'll be resentment. I
because
guess.
we need you to be the rock, right? So it's really understanding the differences. And, what Anna is
Spot on.
saying is, we are so emotional. And because we have high instincts, which are connected to emotion, men are actually highly intuitive and women are highly instinctive.
That's correct.
Right? Because intuition needs the brain, memory. It needs all these things to work. Instinct is an emotional thing, which is why a woman knows you've been cheating. Because feelings and instinct are really sharp.
Well,
Can
it's
you talk me
energy,
through that?
so-
So like, does it conjure? Is it so when you talk about that instinct, is it like it enters the room as this sort of, hang on, you go, something feels weird.
It's
I'm
a
going to
quick
look
knowing.
at myself. No.
Yeah, we know.
It's a quick
We
knowing.
So you
we know.
search
It's
through
a
that
it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's a
stomach.
gut feeling.
You get used to me
Whereas
listening.
with men, there's a knowing.
All
So
men would do the calculus, right? They'd be like, it's this time of
Yeah.
day, this happened, this seems off, this,
Yeah.
blah, blah, and you box it into a
yes,
frame.
and that's how your intuition, because intuition needs the mind.
But that's with the go for it. Go on. I was gonna say that's with the 3-dimensional way of thinking. Now, technically, it's an energy shift, right? And
Yeah.
it could be the slightest energy shift that the woman's picking up on.
That's
'cause their
right.
feelings first. So they feel
Feelings
energy
first.
It's pretty sharp. So actually, if you can read it
Very
properly
sharp.
and
It's
don't,
just
and
being
don't
in
get
tune.
overridden by your own insecurities
Absolutely,
or
trauma.
absolutely,
Yeah.
So if you're
absolutely.
misaligned, it's like it's gonna.
it's going to be
Because
crazy.
you're thinking. So
Because I
when
could
you're
have a
there,
bad
you're
day.
thinking first, right? So that's the conscious work. But really, with the feeling, it's the subconscious work. They can feel it. They feel the room. So the moment they start thinking about all the problems is when they're out of alignment with self.
Yeah,
And that's all it is. It's just about
Yeah.
being in line.
But when you went on as a intuition, no, sorry, as a what's that?
Relationship.
Instinct.
When you went on dates with your instinct, do you not feel that these men were not ready for a relationship
good question.
or for a marriage?
I
Because it-
didn't
you
even
get
know
that
what
feeling.
it looked like. You have to remember, I'd never dated. He was
Yes.
my kind of first love, if that makes sense. So I didn't even know there was such an option. There was the option. So what I would feel is the withdrawal that comes with men when you overwhelm them with yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So men, they pull back because their space is so important to their feeling of safety. Because again,
Thank you.
we don't recognize
that's
men
good.
to be that need safety. Women don't acknowledge men's
them.
need for safety.
Tell them.
that's-
Yeah.
So
Tell them. They need to know.
That's
women don't acknowledge men's
That's
need for
correct.
safety. So when a woman leads with her emotion and she wants things, a man feels unsafe and he pulls back.
100%.
So a lot of what women call games is really just him trying to protect himself.
Is it ghosting? Does it
no. It feels like somebody floods the engine.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's overwhelming.
It's too much.
And what's the
can't
cues
think.
Well, it's
for
all-
women to understand that, he's just trying to find safety? What happens after the safety? Is he coming back? Or is
If
he
you
going?
date properly, and which is my work, if you date properly, you always give the man space. You gift him the space. He doesn't need to require it from you. So if you are, if you're healed or healing and you're self-aware and you're in your feminine, because the feminine doesn't actually need the man. The
Yes.
feminine is very
Facts.
I always say the feminine is like a tree, right? It's rooted within itself.
That's
It's
correct.
rooted. A feminine woman is fully in her body.
That's right.
She exists within herself. She supplies for herself. She takes from the atmosphere. She receives.
Closest to God.
She receives water. She receives sunlight. She receives, and she becomes full. But her fruit is what the man comes to eat off, and she must be abundant. So if a woman is truly feeding off herself, then she's got all this fruit, and then all these men come.
That's right.
Right? But she never runs out. So when a woman is not in her feminine and she's in her masculine, she's performing and she's doing all these things, she's always on empty. So when she meets the man, she has to drain him of his life source.
Absolutely
Right.
out of order.
So we are.
Out of order.
There are a lot of vampire men and vampire women, but that anxiety of I'm gonna
Take.
make Edward my person. Edward intuitively is gonna feel it.
Yeah.
He's gonna feel like she doesn't want me for me. She wants me for
correct.
whatever her thing is.
Yes.
You
To be
haven't passed any
married
tests,
or to
right?
be
The fantasy.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
You're just
a story
taking-
she's telling herself, and I'm just
Taken.
plonked.
Yeah.
And
Bring
men
him
have-
into your narrative, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
It's like some of
men,
those that put your face through the gap and you've got like a little husband tuxedo. on.
right,
yeah.
right.
Just
Yo,
taking
you
the
put your
husband.
face
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And men have a deep need to be wanted for who they are.
Facts.
It's very, very deep for them.
Who are you anyway? Like,
I
why
know.
didn't I meet
How
you
did
earlier?
you so knowledgeable?
Tell them. This is tell them because they need to know. 'cause
Stop it,
it's-
Yeah.
Michael. Ladies. Just, it's okay.
Let us
Listen,
be.
listen to Mama Swan.
Please
Listen to
give
Mama.
us space.
Yeah.
Nah, that
And also
was-
on your terms, to gift a man space, it means you're not losing, you're not being ghosted, it's not happening to you.
Yes.
You're going,
Can I
Yes.
want to ask a question, hopefully for the female's point of view, to
Okay.
be fair. Because
Yes.
we've done a lot of give the man his space. What do females require?
They need closeness. So
See, how can you give
this
space
is,
and you
this
want
is
to
the
go-
dog.
You want to latch on. You want this
Lord
the whole
God, I
time.
need a rucksack.
So here's the
But
thing.
they're like, oh, but no, give space.
No,
I'm
go
like,
for it, go
I
on.
want him to call me, message me.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. The toughest job a man, and women have to understand certain things about men, and men need to understand certain things about women. And we need to understand that when we choose relationship, because it's not for everybody, right? When I choose relationship, I choose to serve. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
So the man's, even in marriage, and I do this with my married guys, he provide, protect, great. These are bare minimum. The actual job of the husband, the man in the relationship, is the regulation of the feminine's emotions.
That's tough, though.
Now, that is tough because men are
don't
not
understand
very
it.
good at regulating their own emotions.
Emotions,
I
yeah.
think men kind of have this degree of avoiding their own emotions, let alone a woman's emotions.
Part of that's because we don't know, right?
Right. And so what men need to understand is that a woman's sexuality and her emotions are very tuned in together.
Are they?
They are very tuned. That's
Yeah.
why a woman cannot just sleep with men casually. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay.
Because she releases oxytocin and a man does not.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So if a man is able, a husband, usually his partners, men in relationships, the one thing a man wants to do is marry a woman that he doesn't have to take care of emotionally.
Facts.
I'll pay for the bills. Don't make me have to deal with your chaos.
Facts.
But the actual thing that raises a woman's attraction for her husband, her partner, is his ability to manage her emotional chaos. So it's super important so let's say from a dating perspective, because there's dating, there's courtship, AKA we're choosing each other now. There's a conscious choosing.
Yeah.
And then there's marriage, which is okay. So from when we're dating, what the man has to do is almost be systematic, because a woman doesn't really care if you've got her on a schedule, right? So never break pattern. Establish a pattern you can hold, but never break it, because that leads the feminine into chaos, especially if she likes you.
So that's the cheat code.
Okay, that's the cheat code.
Okay,
So a
that's the
woman's
cheat
not going to know that at 10 p.m. I'm going to do Anna, Chengi, Yvonne, and Jane. They don't know. They don't know.
Where's the
And they
instinct?
don't
Surely they're like instinctually.
the instinct is when it becomes a cut and paste job, right?
Yeah, okay.
So if it's, good morning, Anna, how did you sleep
Yeah.
well, whatever.
Yeah.
If Anna gets used to that, that's closeness for her from a dating perspective.
Yeah, that's what we're
That
referring
becomes
to.
closeness to
Yeah.
her, because she's going to wake up in the morning, reach for her phone, and get that morning text. If you're a morning text guy, don't be pretending.
Don't pretend.
Because if you change the pattern, you create chaos.
Yes.
That's when
Yeah.
the woman comes out of her feminine and she goes crazy.
And then the
Right?
logical comes in, right?
Because now she's
No,
in her
no.
mind.
Hang on,
Crazy.
hang on.
Now she's in her
This
head.
is all mental stuff because
Yeah.
it's difficult. It sounds really simple.
It is
But-
hard for men, yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many challenges. This guy, do you know what I mean? Like,
But this
I'm
is-
just trying to regulate myself at this point. But then
Yeah.
I've got to regulate you. And if I get it wrong just once, I spin you into chaos. And then I've got to deal with all that.
No, it's not that hard.
Yeah?
It's not that hard. I understand.
Well, this
but
woman knows women and men.
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm enjoying
I get
this.
both you. I
Hire,
get both
hire her.
you. Right.
Go for it, go
Yeah,
on.
tell them. It's men. are so afraid of a woman's emotions, they don't even go anywhere near them. Right?
Yeah.
If you want a woman's respect, which we know is the highest principle for most men. I've not met a man who's like, I want a woman who doesn't respect me. Okay. If you want a woman's respect, she's got to feel like her emotions don't frighten you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got one
Right.
there for you, right? Like, so if you go through that audit pattern, I'm
Yeah.
going to throw the husband title on you, and somebody goes, "Yeah, I'll put the jacket on."
Yeah.
Sometimes men
Surely
do that.
you lose their respect because you've actually not done the audit. You've not done the common sense checks. You've gone, "Yeah, she wants me to be a husband. I'll put my hand up."
Right.
And I'm not showing the ability to be judicious and go, "Hold on a second."
Yeah.
That's one thing. I may annoy her going, "I'm going to go through the process 2 weeks, date.
Yeah.
But surely if I just jump in 2 feet first,
Yeah.
and you go, "Wait, how come he's..."
We are going to think you're
Hold
weak.
on a minute.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
We're
point,
going to
right?
think you're weak.
Yeah,
Why-
and you
why-
won't
why-
respect.
We won't respect you.
Yeah.
No,
Why?
but then if he says no,
mental.
I don't want to be your husband.
No,
also,
but
he puts
that's-
us.
He wouldn't.
That's a signal,
Yeah.
right? If somebody's gone, "No, I don't want to be your husband," that's
yeah,
like very...
you won't say verbally. I'm saying he will say signaling. It's not me.
Hang on, but
He's
then-
you got the wrong
you.
guy
It's not
here.
about- sometimes he's just going, "I'm
not yet.
afraid. Give me my space.
It's too
let me
much.
think. Let me
Yeah.
attach
Too
to
fast.
you, not you attached to me. We're attached in the
Yeah,
middle."
like I like you. I feel it. Like it's all here.
could
It's
grow.
love. Like everything about what I'm feeling and experiences is beautiful. But I'm throwing out my energy to you, and then it's coming back to me 10 times. It's a bit too much. I might just need
It
a
feels like
moment.
eating
Yeah.
chocolate cake for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and waking up and having chocolate cake again. You're like, "Okay, this
Yeah.
is great. Let
Yeah.
me..."
It's almost like,
You see the men are like, oh God, please, help us out here.
It does cause anxiety.
it's almost like you're
Right,
attacking my ego, right? It's almost like you're attacking my ego.
How?
And
If you-
Because you lose sovereignty. I feel like my
Men-
sovereign space is being taken over, and suddenly somebody's in my perimeter going,
Yeah.
"I'm making all these decisions for you."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Man, I'm just getting,
Yeah.
Like,
hold
Yeah.
on."
How does a woman make you feel safe then? Because you
By
guys.
listening. If I say, if
It sounds
No,
personal.
yes.
if I go,
Sounds personal.
Yes.
"Really great to see you this week. You know what? Let's take a couple of days. I'll get in contact with
Yes.
you, set the pattern, then let's go on another date."
Yeah.
If suddenly 2 days later you're like,
I haven't
"Well, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? I don't
No,
understand."
I don't
It's
think she
like,
would do that, but she would. So hopefully she
we
has
can feel it.
self-control.
We know-
No,
we
no,
know
no.
when-
But exactly what he's saying is what's happening now. You're not actually listening to what he's telling you.
What?
He's just told you what he requires, and you're saying, "No, I don't think she'll do that." He just told you what he
No,
requires.
no. I don't think the woman would be chaotic and
No,
messaging. and say
he's
like,
just telling you.
She would.
She
She
would.
would.
She'll just
Oh, what's
Yeah.
going on? You
She'll
don't want me
she would.
anymore. You did.
Whatever
Women
the
have
case.
a,
or you
yeah.
respond in 3
Yeah,
days' time
no,
and get
no,
like
no,
a one line.
I just realised we
do crazy
would because
things.
I would do
Yeah.
that.
Of course.
I
We
would
do
reach out
crazy
to him
things.
and
Anna,
say,
really? Really?
Yeah.
because I'm not, you would step me out of my feminine
That's what-
instantly,
that's
and then
exactly
I
what
would call you and
he said.
say,
We
what's
haven't
going
done
on?
anything.
I want
So you're not the
clarity.
victim of my
Behavior.
No, but
I haven't
we
pulled
want
you out of your
clarity.
feminine any more than you've chosen to step
Out
Into
of
your
it.
masculine,
Yeah,
yeah.
correct. No,
We're
but
both
it-
in our house,
but
and I
remember-
go, "Hey,"
No, no.
you're in the neighbour, and you go, "Hey," and then you go, "I'm going to get hit by the car in the road." So I didn't ask you to
No,
step
Ed,
in.
hear me out. So you provided me with a pattern.
Yeah.
You said you're enjoying this. We had a great time.
Yeah.
And suddenly you stopped messaging me at 9 o'clock every morning.
I'm not
Sorry,
saying- I'm not
I
saying
went
guys
toilet.
don't.
I just
No,
decided
but
to
how
go
about
toilet the next
9,
day.
10?
I felt
10
sick.
o'clock, 11 o'clock.
No, but,
But here's the thing, Anna.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're like the skeleton key.
Yes, it's a cheat code,
I
isn't it? I
did tell
told
you
you
the
it's a
boys
cheat
like me,
code.
right? But so do the girls, because
Yeah.
I love you. Right, so here's the thing. He's got the pattern, he's established the pattern. Today he broke pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where your high valueness comes in.
Yeah.
Because high value for a woman is emotional regulation. I don't outsource my regulation. So I regulate myself. I have tools to regulate myself. And when Edward comes into my life, and he adds to my fullness.
Beautiful.
He doesn't actually define me, right? Number one. Number two, I'm dating all these 3 guys
At the same time? Oh,
Yes,
right.
I
So
am.
you are occupied yourself.
So I'm not waking up, Edward, because somebody else is text me, right? So
You have admin.
I'm not, right? Because here's the thing, attraction is not something that we can, well, if you work with me, attraction is actually easy. But most humans, especially women, do not know how to build emotional attraction in men.
Emotional attraction. which is
They know
slightly
how to
different.
build sexual attraction in
Yeah.
men, which isn't that hard, quite frankly. But they don't know how to build emotional attraction with men. So when you're seeing him doing all of this, it means his attraction to you emotionally you have not established the right protocol. Okay. So what we want to do is that morning we don't get that text is to be rested. And say, you know what, I'm going to now gift him space. If he genuinely has an interest in me, he will be back.
Trust.
And the space, because men fall in love in our absence, we fall in love with your presence, right? So
Push and pull.
I want to give him an opportunity to miss me. Because men, while they're with you, they're having fun.
Yeah.
They're enjoying the vibes.
Yeah.
They're doing the thing. We are falling in love with, oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening in a woman's body.
Yeah.
100%.
In a man's body, he's just enjoying, he's vetting you, he's figuring you out, he's having a good time.
Just having a good time.
It's what he does away
Investing
from
you.
you.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's when he's no longer with you that he does, I actually miss her.
The good things.
Then he will come back and then he's made a decision, not a massive decision, but he's making a conscious choice to keep coming back to you.
Yeah.
But because we love their presence so much, don't you love being loved? I mean, your presence is amazing.
100%.
What's that masculine energy? It just makes a girl feel amazing, okay? Because we love the male. We love his presence. We love the way he feels around us, the safety he brings, if he's a safe man, of course. We want more of it. So you as a woman have to learn to give yourself that safety, right? Not 100%. None of us can fill our cup 100%. We have a responsibility to fill our cup 50%.
At least.
Because the best relationships in the world, you can only get 51% of what you want from a mate.
Yeah, so true. Because when you
best
date young, like
relationships.
you probably did with your first husband, codependency is a hell of a drug.
It
Like,
is.
oh my God, nothing
It tastes
feels
so
like
good.
it. Like,
It tastes so
we
good.
are fused in our like bonding or our trauma, and sadly,
Yeah.
when you actually do some work, you realize you meet somebody in the middle, like a handshake, right? It
Right.
stops, and it does feel a bit more isolating, and it
Yeah.
feels a bit more like a team sport and like something you work at. But nothing can compare to that first love, which you don't even realize it's there.
Yeah.
But then going into the dating scene after that and telling people you're going to look something different because you're not going to find that again.
Right.
Most people won't accept it because they think it should feel like it did the first
Exactly
time.
like the first,
And it doesn't, and that is that's a tough realization. Well, that's adulthood, right?
That is adulting. And I think you can get better than your first love. I think
You can get
conscious
better.
love,
100%.
You can.
conscious
better.
love is the best love.
Yeah.
You know?
And
where
it's looking out for somebody else, not just for yourself. You're not just actually selfishly trying to.
Can you only love once though?
Men can only love a few times. Men don't give
few.
their hearts
Yeah, that's why I
in the
said
way
once.
that women. A woman will fall in love with literally every man she decides to fall in love with, because of our ability to move our emotions. Right.
That's a
So
scary
a
thing,
woman can
actually.
fall in love multiple times.
Does she fall in love with the idea, or is she actually in love?
With the actual man, she can, because the way we're set up emotionally is, I may be so in love with you. The moment Edward shows me a better experience.
Excuse me? I'm getting jealous.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
No, go for it.
I can literally move because emotions are emotion, right?
It's
They
emotion
move.
moves,
So we
yeah,
move
yeah.
our energy to where we're nurtured,
Yeah, interesting.
right?
Like
So
cats.
whereas men,
Like cats.
they don't give their hearts easy.
It's like cats.
Like cats.
It's like cats.
Right.
What,
Men,
men are
are
like
more
cats
like
and women are like
dogs.
cats?
women, innit? Because we're like,
Yeah.
cats, they go where they feel safe.
Where they feel safe. Yeah.
And that's where the energy lies.
Yeah.
would you say
we
there's
can
a
fall in love multiple times. Men, 3-4 times maximum. To really be vulnerable with a woman and give your heart, that's something that a woman has to earn. Men can be married and never be vulnerable if they could, but they have to do a lot of work because men are socialized, and also masculine energy and the way their brains are, to navigate the world with logic. So it feels very unsafe to open up emotionally unless you have passed their little tests, their subconscious tests.
I hate the idea of testing someone.
We all do though.
No, but
we all do.
that's why subconscious one.
Subconscious.
It's not intentional.
Women test men all the time. We
All the
test
time.
their strength, their masculinity.
All the time.
Absolutely.
We
All the
test them
time.
all the time. We're just not aware. So we don't kind of do, I'm going to test your
test our patience,
your
on purpose,
strength
Yeah,
or your
yeah,
patience.
that I know.
on purpose.
But but we'll do it. We're gonna just do it.
Pushing buttons.
And we
Pushing
want to
buttons.
see if you can hold your opinion, because that's
That's
what we
true.
respect.
It's
Can I ask
out
you
of
a
order.
question?
Of course.
When women go, let's say you were talking about emotional chaos, right?
Yes.
And when that happens, I was talking to Mike about this
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Oh, boy.
But if there's a stage of emotional chaos
Yeah.
for a man, I would say that you'd want to find the solution to help deal with the emotional chaos. So it'd be illogical. So say there's a problem in the room and you'd be like, okay, have you tried this?
Right.
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 But then from my experience, that's always been a negative response back. Like, yeah, of course I've tried that. But even if you haven't, right, there's always that pushback.
Right.
What would you say is the solution to that scenario to deal with the emotional chaos? Is it absolute 100% support and like just say shoulder, here's the shoulder to cry on and whatever, or is there the logical part of I really want to help you here?
As a problem solving.
As the problem
Can I throw in an
solver.
answer? You can shoot it down.
Of course.
I think it's about creating regulation. It doesn't have to be said. You don't use the words to regulate. Use the energy.
Can I throw in an answer?
Yeah, and we get proven wrong. Like
Do nothing.
See, this is
Don't listen to Michael. Do nothing.
Do not listen to Michael.
Don't do that.
Just drop her out.
Don't do what Michael
because
said.
what's going on here?
No.
Like,
you create
Listen to
a
Michael.
dependency that way because you create an
it out,
absence
man.
and a whatever.
I think
but-
solve the issue, right?
No, man.
No,
drop it out. We're
no,
not
no.
babies.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Expert.
Edward, you get the prize.
Hey!
Okay. We don't not do something. That's the worst
I'm
thing.
joking.
Yeah, good. Good, Michael.
Is he?
Good. But a lot of men would rather avoid.
No, I
Because
can choose to do
it's
nothing.
too much,
Yeah.
right? And that then feels like emotional neglect.
Fact.
So, number one, you've got to know your person.
Absolutely.
But sometimes, and there are some men who will say, do I need to hold the bucket and just let you vomit, or
Facts, that's me.
would you like a solution? Because, depending on how evolved the woman is and how emotionally regulated she is, some women can say, I just want to talk right now. So coming at a woman with because women produce that oxytocin that calms them down when they talk about it. They don't actually need a solution. They just want to talk about it.
But then
right?
it's asking for space, right? Like, I want to purchase space off you, and you go, okay, is it half an hour? Do you need an hour? And then I find even sometimes you get to like 45 minutes and you're like, I feel like throwing a solution. I felt like throwing a solution for about 20 minutes.
No, I knew the answer 20 minutes
I
ago.
feel sorry
but-
for men.
Yeah.
It must be like,
But it feels like there's a lot of trauma that comes into moments like that as well, because it's almost like you're just dealing with, like I said, chaos. And
Yeah.
you're like, where does this come from? Because I didn't cause this.
What did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
Rah.
Blah,
It
blah,
could be
blah,
a time of
blah.
the month.
No, but that's why I
sometimes
said
it's empathy. Sometimes it's empathy. So, for instance,
I've had enough of this.
saying something like, oh, babe, that must be frustrating,
Obvious. Yeah.
is way better than, I know what you should do.
Yeah, you need to go tell them.
It's kind of, do you get that this is frustrating? That's frustrating.
Do I need to
I'm
actually
disconnected with
empathise?
that.
Because sometimes it's like you do the thing where you go, that must be frustrating, and in your head you're like,
It's how you
I
say
don't
it,
have a
though.
feeling about it. I don't feel.
Don't really
sad.
care.
Yeah.
I don't feel any way about
Yeah.
it. So I'm not lying. I'm just doing.
You are lying.
I'm
So
doing
here's
the
the thing: the
I wanna be
rock.
authentic.
So if you think of the feminine as this water splashing against the rock, all the rock has to be sturdy. You don't actually have to mirror the emotion,
I'm going to get wet.
Okay.
right?
But a female partner may say that. Or like, female friends
Yeah.
may go, I'm in the water with you. We're swirling around. I'm empathizing. I'm connecting with
Yes.
that. And is that a better outcome for that problem, or is it better to just go, hey?
If she's coming to you, she needs strength and order.
So she would have gone to her female mates if she needed
Yes.
them. Okay.
Because we're going to talk to our girlfriends until tomorrow, right? If we need to do the whole whoosh, whooshy, whooshy, whooshy thing, right? We are going to go to our female friends.
What if they don't exist?
If we're
though?
coming to you, it's because I need structure. I need order. So all I need is empathy. And sometimes all I need is to be held. And sometimes all I need you to do is hold my hand and say, babe, I get it.
No,
I get it.
understand.
What would you want me to do?
Yeah, I
what shall
understand
we
that.
do to feel better here? Because women have a very big prefrontal cortex. We can actually make really good decisions. It's just, holding somebody regulates them.
Yeah.
When you
Sometimes it
hold,
feels like that's the last thing they want there. You walk in, you're like,
if they're
"God,
angry
this
with
is
you,
Yeah,
that's the last thing they want.
You walk in, you go,
frosty
nah,
in here.
sick.
It takes you back to your childlike state, doesn't it?
It does.
doesn't it?
It's
So-
like your little girl again. So think of it this way. And some people are going to get upset with me, but just trek with me.
I'm sure this will be me.
Think of it as if your daughter was really upset. How would you handle it?
I'm not there yet, so.
That sounds like incest.
If you had a
I'm just saying,
Naughty
isn't it?
boy.
Like,
Freudian. Sounds Freudian.
it does. No, but it does though.
so your daughter, that hypothetically,
Yeah.
this cute little thing at the age of 5 is throwing a freaking tantrum,
I leave her to it.
or
No,
dear.
because like now I'm looking at
now
the
we need
process.
child psychologists.
Yeah.
This is also why children can't regulate their emotions because their parents leave them to it, right? A child is incapable of regulating themselves. They need parents to help regulate. So the whole leave them to it thing is really creates a lot of trauma when we grow up. It makes sense. Oh, I leave you to it. But it's punishing them for feeling.
Good.
And then that's where we end up with a problem, right?
just said that so
in
people
adulthood.
can
Thank you for
hear
saying
this.
that,
Yes,
Michael.
yeah. I wouldn't leave them.
I wouldn't actually do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Says the
Go
man who
for it,
runs
go
a
on, go on.
child mental health charity.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Please continue.
So a loving father who is attuned to his own emotions is going to say, "Baby girl, what's going on? Give me a hug. Come to daddy. Come tell me what's wrong. Come. Oh, daddy, they did what? Not my girl." And cuddles and
Out of strength.
it's a woman. A man cherishes a woman. This is what I say, and it's going to upset some people, but I'm sorry. The first daughter a man will ever have is his woman, because. And when I say that, I don't mean managing her life and telling her what to do, but that cherishing, you have to almost treat her like she's your daughter, in that her heart is so tender. A lot of men don't actually realize how tender a woman's heart is, and a lot of women don't realize how tender a man's heart is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
If we could almost indulge her, a little girl, she's a spoiled little brat, I had a very loving father, okay? So that's probably why I use that expression. And I like men who treat me like daddy. And most men say I'm a brat. So, but really that was just, I could do no wrong in his eyes. And dad was always there to be my person and to tell me, it's okay. Chengi, you're such a smart girl. It's going to be okay. I got you. And with him, there was complete safety and a complete acceptance. And that is the kind of nurturing a man needs to give. Just switching it, like, basically, how I would want a man to treat my daughter, that's how I should treat this one. Right? As someone's daughter. That it's, I know it sounds incestuous, but when we're talking about the cherishing part of a woman, because a woman is more than just to be cherished, but that chaos often happens in a man's life when he's incapable of cherishing a woman.
Yeah.
And he treats her like a man. Let's get logical right now. So listen, I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't make any sense. Then she doesn't. Right, let's just get because that's not about her. That's about you regulating yourself,
Yeah,
because
true.
you're having a hard time dealing with what's coming up for you, which is usually a
right?
feeling of, I'm inadequate in this job. I don't, because again, this is something where I feel sorry for men. Because they weren't taught how to manage this chaos.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially you, 'cause
They,
only child and everything.
it's all too much. So
That's what I got
when a
mums.
man feels inadequate in any way, shape, or form, his emotions come up.
I've got a question around that actually. Who's responsible for teaching the man? Is it the mother? Is it the father in the household?
It's the father. The father must mirror the behavior
My
for the
dad, I
man.
tell you, he's
There we
Jamaican.
go.
My
The
Jamaican
father has to
father.
And my dad was
Yeah.
just African and was very a hard African man. So emotions
is-
not to be demonstrated at any point.
Yes.
I've never seen the
Yes.
man
Are the rules-
show any
Yes.
emotion.
Yes.
Are the rules
So-
still the same with individuals that have had childhood trauma from potentially the father or the uncle
Yeah.
that's abused them in the family? Are the rules still the same for that individual as adults?
No, I
Or do
think
they shift slightly based on the traumas?
Now, all of us are traumatized, by the way.
Yeah.
So no one's exempt. It's just that we think of trauma as like big things like sexual assault and oh my God. We all have trauma, and trauma is really just the response that we have internally to what happens or what does not happen for us.
Okay.
So that's why you can have really rich kids who have everything and they're completely messed up because they didn't get the emotional stuff they needed because mom and dad were so busy working and building empires. So it's not really about, and then we were homeless and these horrible stories that we hear. All of us carry a degree of trauma, of woundedness, because it's impossible for two humans that are broken themselves to fully fill the cup of a child. So we all have trauma. I think, so therefore it applies to everybody. So here's a little bit of some background to perhaps answer that question in a broader way. When you are born, you have no blueprint for love. You have no blueprint for behavior. You have no blueprint for money. You have no blueprint. So what the brain does of the child is it captures everything it sees and makes it truth, makes it safe. So even if a woman was raised or a man was raised in a volatile home, what the child brain does is take photographs of micro expressions, of little feelings of energy, and it collects it in our subconscious mind and it sits there as your blueprint for life, your blueprint for love.
Do you think our normalcy as well? Because one thing you notice about people's trauma is they go, this was all normal.
It's
they don't
very
see
normal.
it as abnormal until they go, I'm comparing
Absolutely.
notes and go, I've got to go back and realise that was not normal. What I thought my parents
Absolutely.
arguing.
Exactly it.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a male client, and usually they come to me when they've lost a really great woman. That's when men do. Okay. And his partner was my client, and she.
Can I ask a question? Did he give her too much space?
No, she didn't. To be honest, when a man wants you, his energy is always going to come towards you, by the way. If you're having he's not giving me enough space, the attraction is not there. And that's the hard thing for women to accept, right? But when a man has high attraction for you, he will give you his time and space. Okay, that's another thing. We'll come back to that. But when he's thinking... We can talk about that.
Yeah,
the space thing is a big thing for girls.
I was just joking.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. So but with this particular gentleman, her problem was he would have a temper. He would have temper tantrums all the time. He would lose his temper a lot.
He wasn't his feminine side then.
He wasn't as feminine quite a lot, actually.
Wow.
And that's what trauma does to men. It makes them more feminine.
Yeah.
So basically, I kind of did the usual diagnostic on him as I do for all my clients. And turns out his father had a temper too. And his mother's response was to soothe dad. So they had this dynamic where dad would throw a tantrum and mom would soothe dad. Mom obviously passed away early because this kind of trauma on a woman can't take this kind of trauma. It will actually physically kill her.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Men who are not regulated have women that have a lot of health issues because it's really bad on our bodies, right? So and in these cases, I find the women always die young. They always die before the man. And I have a lot of these sort of cases.
Jesus.
So she had to regulate him. This is not normal. She already can't regulate, So she would regulate him. And so him as a boy saw that as love. If I want to experience the love of a woman, I will throw a temper tantrum and she will soothe me. So then you do it a lot. When you're feeling lonely, you just get into a temper and you do it a lot. But he's dealing with my client who does not codependent because we're working on that, right? So for her, I tell her, because men actually respond well to space too, right? So when a man is dysregulated, the last thing he needs is you coming in there, right? He actually needs that space. That's why men tend to give women space because they think men are like women. Actually, you need to close the gap as a man. Do not give space unless it is asked for. Space is the last thing you want to give a woman when she's dysregulated.
100%.
It's the last thing.
Just give her the
And
damn
a lot of
space.
men are like, I'll come back with, oh my God, that
The
is
problem
just,
is, as part of our self-regulations, we feel that we get kinetic.
right.
As a man, I feel that when emotion doesn't go anywhere, you just
starts to
bubble up and you go, I don't mind being by myself and going, this is all my fault. I'll take accountability because there's nobody else to blame now. So the space allows you to go, I'm an asshole. I was
Yeah.
out of order.
Yeah.
I need to go back in. I'm sorry.
And
Decompress.
fix it. Yes.
When you're
Decompress.
like back against things, because I
Yes.
think with other men, the rules of engagement are: if you're pressing our space,
Yeah.
we've got something to figure out.
Yes.
We've got a problem.
Yes.
You're threatening to me. You know.
Yes.
And it's always kind of what they talk about men.
Yes.
We don't like stand opposite each other going like this. We
Yeah.
side on doing
Yes.
stuff because it helps us
Yes.
kind of just regulate each other.
Yes.
It can like it's just that kinetic feeling that sometimes space allows us to just.
And that's okay.
But how does women cope, and how does women understand that you need that space? So
You'll know when we're getting kinetic.
because
it's
you get the
just-
space, right? And then there's loads of stuff online saying, oh, if a man gives you space, he doesn't want you. If he doesn't give space,
Okay, so there's a lot
how
of
do you
toxic-
differentiate which space is he giving you?
Communication.
There's a
But
lot
men
of sort
doesn't
of
communicate well sometimes. Women are
Well,
no.
but then women don't necessarily communicate. No one.
Hang on. Communication doesn't have to just be verbal.
It's true.
yeah.
True.
Just
It's the
communication.
energetics. So when a man wants you, his energy comes towards you. And even if he does the pull away, which is natural, and this is what I want women to know, that a man pulling away is natural, especially if he likes you.
I like her.
Right. So we internalize it because closeness is a
Yeah, we want the
feminine
opposite.
thing, right? And this is where women need to grow up, right? Maybe that's not the right.
No, it is. No, it is.
Women need to
Evolve.
evolve and learn because
It's
a
learn.
lot
It's-
of
it
it
is
is
learning. It's learning.
untold,
Yeah,
right?
it's learning.
Because many of us had ups and downs, or
It's just growing, isn't it?
yeah.
I'll call it growth. I wouldn't even say learning.
Yeah,
I say
it's
just
growth.
I'd say
Yeah, you know, and I think when I teach women this and they get it, then you will understand what to do. Because women are getting the question you're asking about, when do we know when is space and when he's playing with you, right? It's all got to do with the fact that if I understand the nature of a man, that he's going to need space. When he leaves, I'm not going to interpret it as anything other than, especially if he has been consistent. Especially if he's investing, and especially when he makes an effort.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
that's different.
And
So-
also,
it's-
rejecting you is your insecurities going. He must be rejecting me. It's like it's
Right.
actually
No, but those 3 points that Chengi just made, it makes sense. I don't think women would naturally feel insecure if a man
Right.
is consistent. If he needs space, he needs space.
And then he takes that space. I mean, men need to do a better job at
Yeah.
taking space, right? I think
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
one thing I noticed from my guy mates
Yeah.
is some of them will apologise. I'm sorry, I've got to go see the guys. Never, I have just gone. I don't need to apologise for seeing my mates. I just will do it. I'll ask.
Yeah.
Really looking forward.
Yeah.
To, as you say, I'll invest somewhere else.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to doing this with you. I'm really looking forward to seeing my mates.
You're a G.
Some of my guy mates
I'm
go.
not doing that.
They kind of go like, "Oh, I've got some time off. I'm really sorry. Like, I need to take some time off to see the guys."
That's ridiculous.
I should never apologise for seeing my
Yeah.
mates. My mates are part of my regulation mechanism, and if I'm consistent in saying, as long
apologies
as
are not needed, and we're going to think you're weak.
Yeah.
It's really about explaining. So,
yes.
for instance,
Yep.
if you know we have a pattern,
Yeah.
all you have to say is, babe, or
Babe.
depending on where we
Babe.
are in the relationship, if we're dating, Chengi, I'm going to be off grid for a few days. I've got some stuff to do with my mates. I'll
Off
be
grid?
Off grid.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because if you and we're talking about
Non-contactable. yeah.
Like,
however you put it,
yeah, go for it. Go on.
I'm going to spend some time with the guys. I'll be off grid for a few days, but I'm going to be back on Thursday and I'll give you a call.
What if he goes to
Oh,
Colombia
yeah.
or Atlanta?
No, but it's the
or
communication.
So
Vegas?
we're talking about small things here. We're talking about small space.
Camping.
This is
Right.
this is Anna.
We're
This is being so
dating.
dating.
We're
This is
dating
dating.
here.
This
No
ain't
strip clubs,
boyfriend
right?
girlfriend.
We're not
This
boyfriend
is dating.
girlfriend. We're just dating.
Yeah, this is dating.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
Because
Okay.
remember there are different stages.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
with expectations.
No, but I
So-
think Edward's example was a wife, right? What would
It
you?
wasn't actually. It was,
Was it
just, it, was
personal?
just, it was just communicating in general, saying like
Oh,
if you're going to go
of
see your
what
guy
stage of
mates,
relationship?
some people
which stage?
apologise.
Which
Which
stage
stage?
was
The stage
the
is
I've
apology?
got mates who are married who'd say, "I'm
Oh,
sorry."
that's
I've got
marriage.
to
Yeah, that's
da-da-da."
different.
It's
Okay,
like,
well,
you never have
still
to
with
say sorry.
marriage, you don't have to apologize.
No.
I guess.
I'm just taking the example of. I was thinking about early stages and people. You guys.
Right.
But my
Yeah,
point is,
yeah.
I just don't think
No.
you should apologise for
Full
seeing
stop.
your
Taking
mates.
space.
Absolutely
Absolutely
not.
not. Absolutely not.
Unless you
And
fucked up
that's
the
an
schedule, right?
anxious-
Unless
right,
I said,
right,
we're gonna,
right.
oh, of course, I'll take the kids to do this. And then I go,
Yes.
sorry, the
Yes.
football's on.
I'm
Yes.
saying read the room.
Yes.
Football's on 9 months of the year. You know it's Saturday or Tuesday or Thursday. How did you not know with my mistake? I made a
did you
mistake,
not?
but it's Tuesday. It's football day. Why? Like, I'm sorry, innit?
Yeah, but then the argument's like,
fucking
why are you
room.
choosing a bunch of 20-year-old men on
Running on a
TV
field.
over me when it's played
No, but
every season?
that's
where
your
they lose, they
insecurity,
win?
babe. Sorry. Get over it. It's 9 months of the year I've been doing this all my life.
Oh, me life.
Yeah, get over it.
No, I'm only joking.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think to be honest, this is where a lot of men lose their masculinity and their women lose sexual attraction to them.
100%.
Beautiful.
Going around and I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. You don't have a spine. And usually it's because you've chosen an anxious woman that you don't know how to regulate. Okay, so there's a relationship issue at this point. If I'm having to apologize, we have a relationship issue in terms of our communication is poor, the dynamic and the rhythm of the relationship is off. That's
I've allowed
why
you
I
to
have
say
to apologize.
my presenteeism is dysregulation to you, which is that.
What's that?
I've allowed you to think that my absenteeism is now dysregulating to you, which is
Right,
crazy, right? Because it's
right.
like I could die and then you're going to be dysregulated
Then what's
again.
going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
And
gonna be
yet
absent
So
forever.
you can absolutely regulate your woman because your absence will always feel, and you want that from your woman. Otherwise, if your woman doesn't struggle with your absence, her loyalty to you is going to be questionable.
100%.
Right. You do not want to be in a relationship or married to a woman where your absence is okay.
Okay.
Because it means her heart is not with you.
Yes.
Excuse
And
me?
when a woman leaves you emotionally, she's left you sexually, she's left you. She could
Correct.
still be wearing the ring, but she's done with you.
Yeah,
right?
women are impressive in that sense.
So,
The sense
yeah.
of like once they've triaged the emotion out of their system, as you say, like
Yeah.
men almost build shrines
why-
to the back
why-
catalogue of
Yeah.
fallen exes.
But
Whereas,
why are we still here then? If you've gone mentally female.
Because I don't want to be a single mom.
It's convenient. It becomes convenience for them.
I don't want to be a single mom on the
comes to-
street.
Just using me for my peace.
No, it becomes because it's
There's no
remember.
emotions there. It's disrespect.
But the thing is,
It's
I will be
disrespect.
honest with you, 70% of marriages are not even, they're just on paper.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
That's the
Even
reality.
Get out of
relationships,
it.
it becomes a convenience. But I think, honestly, personally, if a
Get
woman
out
does
of
not
it.
want to have sex with you, she's not sexually attracted.
Get out
If
of
a
it.
woman doesn't want to have sex with you, she's divorced you.
Get
Yeah,
out
she's
of
gone.
here.
Yeah.
Just taking my
Someone
peas.
else is
Just
on
get
her
out of
mind.
here.
But usually the man left too.
No. I think that I'm going to argue with the relationship expert here.
Please.
I think we still somewhat believe consciously that we can still get, because we're takers as well, and
Yeah.
men are very heavily we take. So when a woman's
yes.
gone, I think you've said it within the conversation. It kind of pulls us towards you with the absence as well, because
Yeah.
you're absent, so we then go towards you
Yeah.
to
Yes,
try
correct.
and take, right?
Correct, yeah.
I don't think we've left because I think the ego also takes over, and we're just going forward to take more from you because we want you, because you've left us. And it
Right.
normally happens when a woman goes,
Yeah.
the man normally then comes running
100%.
back.
the
to
crusade
try-
starts and
yeah.
he's on his
Well,
horse.
the wife can't really go. She can energetically go, but that's not the kind of go you
wife.
want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
this
not
is the
what-
wife. Remember,
that's
we're
just
talking about the
left.
wife now, aren't we?
We're talking about the
Yeah,
wife,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, in the context of marriage, it's all dynamics, okay? So, it's like this figure eight. What I do feeds into what you do.
Yeah.
And one person, when I work with couples and Coach Yvonne, I can work with one person and change the marriage, because we just have to shift the dynamic on one side, right? But usually there's a feeding into each other. So at some point, something wasn't resolved right or properly. And a dynamic was set in motion. So what happens is when the woman feels neglected, she becomes disrespectful. A man is disrespected and he shuts down. So we have two shut down people. A woman will usually walk away. Men don't leave marriages, not because they're more faithful, but because they get the raw end of the stick if they do. Right? So men tend to just thug it out or cheat. Okay. Whereas cheating is not something, I know women cheat now more than they ever did before, but it's not natural. A woman doesn't want too many entry points, especially if she married you. She married you because she just wants one. Because as a receiver,
points, you know? What?
yeah.
That's
Right? She-
I wasn't going to say anything.
the
Yeah.
feminine is a receiver, right? So we
Yeah.
take the energy, the life, the being. It's a lot, you know. So for a woman to really be promiscuous, there's a lot of trauma there.
So would you say that there's
it's
a
not
difference,
natural.
a big difference between men cheating and women cheating?
Oh, now you're bringing in those stories. Okay. Yes, there is a difference. Men, and I'm generalizing here, will cheat if opportunities presented, and there's if the likelihood of them getting caught is very. It's not even if a man felt he could cheat, never get caught, he could do it, because men don't connect emotionally when they're sexual, unless they have already connected emotionally, if that makes sense. So we're talking about the average guy who cheats. There's a character issue there anyway, right? For men and for women. There's a character integrity problem that probably permeates in all other areas of life. So these are the guys we're talking about, not the general population of men or women. The cheating is usually a physical opportunity that's presented, and usually to meet an emotional unmet need, right? For a woman, when she cheats, she's left you.
Bum buckle up.
Because we marry with our bodies and we divorce with our bodies. So by the time I give my body to somebody, I've already married that person.
Wow.
Right. So women cheat to leave. Men cheat to alleviate or cope or just have a good or outsource a need right now. Whereas once a woman cheats, she's
not hired, just contracted.
The only time I think personally a woman would stay after cheating is because the other person didn't want her. She was rejected there, and then she looks at
comfort.
And she comes back to what she's used to you until somebody else comes through and takes her away again.
She's shopping. She's shopping to leave you.
If she breaks up with you in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, and then she moves on, is there any chance of getting her back?
Only if the other guy messes up.
So he's got to mess up.
He's going to mess up worse than you.
Because he's a guy. He will fuck up.
He's going to do it worse than you. So it depends on the crime you committed.
He's got to do it worse than you.
He's got to be worse than you.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. And then, because
of your experience.
No, I'm just thinking about it, because that makes sense. And then, so all we've got to do is be patient.
No.
You should be moving on though, right?
Because some people fall into a place of she's the one, and stay there, and they should be moving on, but they might just stay there. I'm saying that's true. Because love. I've attached my love to that person.
If she has feelings for you, I think there is opportunity of her coming back. But if the feelings are completely gone, there is no way she comes back to you. There's always a next guy after the other guy.
See, man, just got to keep it moving.
If she likes you, she can be with somebody else and still like you.
So I'm supposed to take her back after somebody else has ran through it? No chance.
Like Chengi said,
I'm not sharing because there's entry points now. There's two entry points.
Sharing is not caring.
And apparently,
but you said you want her back.
No,
but you want her back.
I've moved on.
You've changed your mind.
I've moved on. I'm on the entry points now. I'm saying no because I read a study that when a woman has sex with a man, the man's DNA lasts for about 10 years inside the woman's body.
Wow,
that's crazy.
So she this was science, by the way.
I've heard that before.
She retains the partner's DNA.
Yes,
of all the people that she slept with.
Yes.
So I'm saying, if there's two entry points, I'm happy not to participate with the next man's DNA inside.
Well, you probably are anyway, because if a woman's ever had sex before you,
it's got to wait 10 years.
That's what it is.
Got to make that relationship 10 years.
If you're careful, that won't happen.
Oh.
If you take the necessary protection, you won't be getting your genome affected.
Here's the truth. Here's the truth. You may disagree, but it is the truth. Energetically, we take from each other and we carry each other's energetically. So no one gets off scot-free when it comes to sexual intimacy. So I think sexual intimacy is actually supposed to be sacred.
I think that's why prostitution's such a problem. I think a piece of that energy of the kind of corrupt contract sticks with the perpetrator. They can go, it is what it is, whatever.
Yeah.
I think part of that sticks with the participants. It's not good energy.
Yeah. So with sexual intimacy, we are literally exchanging energy. We are... parts of me are in you, parts of you are in me. and your trauma becomes, I think I was listening to some research, but your trauma becomes my trauma, my trauma. We're sharing, there's so much shared. So a lot of the dysfunction in the dating world really kicked off with the hookup culture, right? Because you're not just sleeping with somebody, you're sleeping with all your trauma, because there's energetics behind it all. And the energetics are actually more scary to me than the physical stuff. So you can't put a condom on that.
No, you can't.
Right. So I think that casualizing sex has not been a good thing for dating.
Well, think about it, right?
Do you know what?
I agree.
So that means that 1,000 men that have slept with Bonnie Blue, I've got the trauma.
Well, yeah.
Or she's got the trauma of 1,000 men.
She's got that, and they've got that too, because they've collected everything. So it's always energy exchange.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So that's why we have a lot of, sometimes you just find yourself, going through something and you're thinking, this is not even familiar. When did I start feeling this? Because that's...
But it catches like a cold, right? Like if you've got somebody who goes... I've heard some stories of guys who've been in the army, they come back, they present themselves very well, but obviously it carries some trauma.
Yeah.
Women are like, he was really rough, he was really detached, and that guy goes and sleeps with a bunch of people.
Right.
That little, whoa, he treated me like that is spreading.
Yeah.
To everybody, and it's amplifying, right? It amplifies its reach, and I guess we've got the tools nowadays to do that more and more and more. I had a quick question. You mentioned earlier about the regulation of daughters by dads. What regulation does a mum to a daughter create? Because sometimes that to me is a really interesting role, but it's quite contentious. It's quite hard, actually. It's like there's a lot of expectation.
Yeah.
What's the regulation for that?
For the mother and daughter, the daughter derives her self-worth and her self-esteem from mom. Self-esteem from dad, self-worth from mom.
Okay.
What I deserve. So a lot of women have low self-worth because the mother wound is huge in a lot of women, because usually, this is sad, but it is true, most men, when they find it hard to love the wife, they give all that love to the daughter. They bypass the wife and love the daughter because she's easier. Because my dad used to say, you will never know the love of a woman until you have a daughter, because it's so pure. The look in, the daughter's eyes, you're the hero, which is what a man actually wants from a woman, by the way. The feeling of being admired by his woman. She stopped admiring you because she's decided you don't love her enough, or whatever the story is, or you've been a bad boy. So what men do is they bypass the woman and they love the daughter. And then what happens is the wife resents the daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's a lot of that.
So there's toxic traits.
There's a lot of mothers having issues with the daughter because the father is giving the love to the daughter that she's always wanted from him.
Because essentially men want
which is why I
unconditional
say,
love.
exactly, which is why I say the wife should be your first daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
She should be the first person you dote on and adore.
Love that.
And love. Then she takes all of that and pours it into the children.
That's why they say in relationships.
Right.
So relationships, they should spend time, the couple should spend time with each other, even though they've got children.
Yes.
Separately from the children.
Yes.
Just to maintain
yes.
that love up there.
Yes.
Relationships
because the children receive love by watching it.
Yes.
And they receive emotional safety by watching it. Right. So when dad is loving on mom, the son understands what love actually is. So he naturally becomes, and he understands how to regulate, because when mom was throwing a tantrum, dad came and gave her a hug from the back and kissed her and turned everything into a laugh. So he now knows, that's how you calm women, right? And the daughter, she thinks this is how a man should love me. So a lot of the mistakes that men who are players do is they play the mom and love on the daughter, but the daughter ends up with the player. How did that work?
Yeah.
Or what they do is they think, I'm going to teach her about men so she can avoid marrying a man like me, but she will end up with a player, even though you loved her.
Yeah.
Because she's always going to choose what was mirrored to her. She's not going to choose the relationship with daddy. I didn't choose a relationship with my dad. I chose how he treated my mom.
Interesting.
Which is very poor, because I get my self-image and my self-worth from looking at a woman because I'm a woman. So if my mom allows herself to be cheated on and treated badly and neglected and all of these things, that's love. That's how the child brain that is not sophisticated, no prefrontal cortex, is going to, oh, that's love. So when men treat me badly, when they don't love me, when they reject me, when they rough me up, that's love.
Wow.
Now, as a woman, it feels so painful, right? But it is still my blueprint. So I'm going to keep recreating it because I have no other. But my dad thought he was bypassing by spoiling me. So I'll always crave what my father gave me because I know what men are capable of. So remember what I was saying to you when I came in, that how much I love men. Through my father, I met the male spirit. That it is kind, that it is generous. I see men so clearly. Everything men do that is not any of this, because masculinity is the purity of love. Love, the man truly loves. He's the epicenter of love. This is why scripturally, biblically, religiously, the God is a male. Because the masculine and God is love. So the masculine is actually the principle of love. When a man is healed and fully in his masculine, he is love personified. Anytime a woman doesn't love like a man, a woman's love is conditional. Okay. We say, oh, we love so hard, not like a man.
I've ordered that.
Never heard that before.
Now, when you've... Yeah, masculinity, which is why I don't ascribe to toxic masculinity. It's impossible. It's an oxymoron. You cannot be masculine and not be loving. It is impossible. It's like saying cold sun. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. Masculinity will give its life up for you.
Wow.
Masculinity.
That is true. I think
Wow.
that
Yeah.
hasn't spread is the idea of self-sacrifice. That's
Yes.
the blueprint. Like, I always give the analogy, right? Like, as a boy,
That's a short right there.
you watch the Titanic.
Yeah.
You watch a war film.
Yeah.
Men go to war.
Yeah.
Who has to stay on the Titanic? You go, okay, I understand one day I'll be a man.
Yeah.
If the ship goes down, I'm going to stay on the ship.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way it's blueprinted. And
Yeah.
that self-sacrifice, or even, because love is many things, right? But like dying for a male compatriot you care about just because you're in a fight or whatever, it somehow still makes sense.
It does. Because the masculine is, when he loves, it's completely. It's to my own death.
You'd atomize, right? Like your daughter,
Yeah.
you a train coming along. Of course,
Yeah.
I would die for her.
You would.
in a heartbeat. Yeah.
A woman won't. Why? Not because she's selfish, but she's a womb bearer.
That's selfish.
She's a womb carrier.
I'm sorry, that's selfish.
Okay.
No, it is.
No, here's the thing. The woman carries the world.
Okay.
Without her womb, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Facts.
So this is why she should be protected, and that's why she needs to take care of herself first, because she's taking care of the womb of the world.
Because she's a carrier.
She is the carrier.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like the woman carries within her body humanity. So it is important that she takes the best care of herself, and she's taken care of to the highest level because of what she's capable of. Right? Whereas the man, he carries seed, which is very important to life. No one is not important, but his physicality and his psychology is built for the protection of what's sacred.
Yeah.
So when he loves a woman, he's not just loving the woman, he's loving his posterity, his legacy. Because when a man leaves a child or has potential, his seed in a woman, he lives forever.
Wow. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So he's not just protecting the woman, he's protecting his legacy.
Jeez.
Right? And in that way, he lives forever.
Beautiful.
So this is about understanding the sacredness of the man and the woman, and this beautiful dance that we do if we're healthy. Okay? The rest of the time, we're just fighting, which is ridiculous. But when we're truly healthy, we are doing this most beautiful, I need you, you need me, but also understanding each other. So when a woman says, I need you to provide, a lot of women are quite, and men, but I'm talking about women right now.
Let's stay there.
We're quite feral because we didn't receive the love we needed. Okay, so a lot of men, this is why I try and explain to some men, and some don't like it, but I'm just going to say it. Hopefully you'll understand it. When a woman's like, what have you done for me lately? Pay those bills. I need you to pay for the date. I need you to do. It's a feral nature of saying, I need you to protect me and take care of me because I am going to yield to you all that I am. Because until you've given birth, you have no idea what a woman does for
it's true.
For
That's
humanity.
absolute facts. Like,
when I gave birth to my son, I was like, Jesus, I thought I was going to die.
It's so intense.
You come as close to, a woman comes this close to death.
Always on the female side.
Because it's
Why are you always there?
He's not. Remember, we're always like, he's not. He tell us.
It's the first time I sat
Help
there.
us. I'm joking.
And like you go, there's a branding problem with childbirth and parenthood anyway. There's just like this soft, like play, what did your kid need? Give it a nice, they want to sell stuff to your kid and to the mum to buy for the kid.
Yeah.
But when you watch childbirth happening, it's, you may as well be back to the 1500s on like a torture racket. It's
savage.
medieval. And you go, the fact somebody would put themselves in, without modern medicine, and still with modern medicine, something that dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
It's dangerous. It's
dangerous.
crucial.
Incredibly dangerous.
It's
and
very dangerous.
Even the bleed after is dangerous. A
Everything.
woman is
Body's
vulnerable for 9
changed.
months after. I mean, the science behind it is insane.
It
What
is
a woman
insane.
puts herself through.
Yeah.
So it is justified in her feeling, I need an investment, right? Now, obviously, the problem is this is quite primal.
Yeah.
I need to know that pre, post, during pregnancy, I've never been more vulnerable than when I was pregnant. You just feel so vulnerable. So pre, during, and post, I really need you to prove very early on before I select you that you desire to take care of me, because it's going to get rough for me. It's going to get real rough. The problem is a lot of women have no training. There's no mothering, okay, because we're that competition. So a lot of women have no mothering where they understand that a man wants to give you, but you just have to not demand the giving. Men don't have a problem giving. They have a problem with entitlement. And a lot of women have become entitled, right? It's about, if I present myself as the best, safest partner for you, men don't have a choice. So I always say this. If I present the way I should, in my femininity, in my confidence, in my beauty, I make you feel good. Because women in their femininity actually make men feel good. What's going to happen is, let's talk about it maybe in terms of sex. When a man feels good inside your body, he's going to ejaculate. He cannot help it.
Facts.
He can't do, I don't like you, so
facts.
It's not coming out.
No, it's facts. It's facts. It's facts. It's
He
happening.
feels
It's happening.
and
It's
when he
happening.
ejaculates,
It's happening, babe.
it's millions of cells.
Yeah.
Men
Yeah.
are generous.
Generous.
It's built within them, but you've got to create the
grateful.
environment.
Be grateful.
You might have a harder time using your hand, right? So, which is what a lot of women are doing. They're trying to make men come, and their hand is not as good as their own, right? And I'm using this as an analogy, right? We're kind of dating. Women kind of date men with like their hand. You got to pay the bills. I need a man who right? It's savage. I'm so sorry,
You gotta
but
pay the bills.
right. I need a provider, and we're kind of milking, and he's like, no. But if you can create an atmosphere where he feels safe, he feels strong, he feels like your hero, he's admired, he won't even think about it. You will have the world. Because to be fair, a lot of things that men do is for women. Because they would happily live in a cave somewhere
I love her. I'm telling you.
and never
I love
shower.
her.
So they actually do it for women.
Facts.
Because they are hardwired to do it for women. But he's not going to do it because you feel entitled. You must bring value.
Facts.
And it's not hard to bring value. You just need to be in your body.
Facts.
Because the woman is, I was saying to one of my coaches, maybe Coach Yvonne, I was like, even the physical, men walk around the earth looking at women the way we look at flowers. Our physicality is so pleasing to them. Like they just like it, right? We don't just like men, right? You got to do something for us to like you. Or you might be handsome, but you kind of have to put in some work for us to like you. But men actually just enjoy women with the little bellies, with the little cellulite, with the little tall ones.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that every man likes every type, like every woman is my type.
Yeah.
But if he's heterosexual, he pretty much just likes women.
He likes something.
He likes something, and he likes, the feminine energy, and they just like women.
Yeah.
So they want to do it, but you can't come at him.
Facts.
For him to do it. You have to create the atmosphere.
Podcast is over. It's done.
And it's not women's fault. Nobody taught them.
No, it's
Nobody
That is
taught
true.
them how to create an atmosphere.
How did you learn? Just
how
so
did
we
you learn?
yeah. Because you started off, I got divorced, I dated poorly.
Yeah.
And then how did you
God
become
knows.
this? I know.
You got-
who did that to you?
You got to subscribe.
Who are you?
You got to subscribe to the course, right?
I've always been naturally a feminine woman, but I selected a feminine man.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
And your dad as well.
And my dad was a
and
feminine
your dad.
guy.
Yeah.
So I chose a feminine energy man who feminine men take.
Yeah, man. Wrong energy, man.
Yeah. Because it's their trauma. They're trying to regulate their wounds by taking from the woman. And when they date their mother. They don't date a lover. Okay.
That's interesting. This is actually an interesting thing. I think
Yeah.
the
That is
space
spot
requirement.
Yeah.
Just
For men.
I was going to say.
Please preach.
No, I was going to say, before we wrap up, how do you identify for women this is
A feminine man.
He is going to lead with emotion, not logic. Here's the thing. Feminine men are actually really sexy in the beginning because they're going to talk to you for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and they're going to...
Oh, boy. I mean, I'm like that sometimes.
Be like that sometimes.
certain traits, and they have a really hard time giving. So feminine men are going to have a really hard time giving. They're the ones that want to do 50-50, and they're really hardcore about it.
Oh, no.
I'm a giver.
They just generally have... feminism really gave feminine energy men a great platform.
Yeah,
because
facts.
it made women more masculine. So feminine men are coming through with a come through. Masculine men have been vilified. Right?
They have been vilified.
The masculine men have been vilified. Oh, we don't want you paying for us. So masculine men are like, listen, we're just gonna bow out.
Yeah.
Okay? But the feminine man right now is ruling. He's out there. Here's something that might surprise you. A feminine man is very, very pretty. He's the guy that spends a lot of time in the gym, has got a six-pack, looks very... I'm not saying
He's a model. He's a model.
Well, I haven't been in the gym for months, so
I haven't gone to the gym.
I love a masculine man
Told you I
takes
was
care of his
masculine.
body.
Yeah.
He's very healthy.
Yeah.
And he's put together. That's fine.
Yeah.
But a feminine man is an obsession with his body.
I think
I
that's
had
the key
this
word.
argument with my partner, and we were watching the reality love shows, and I like bristled at the preeniness.
Yes,
do I look this? Am I
yes,
looking sharp? Am I
yes.
looking sharp? And it's like that narrative. I'm like, it's so. I was like, I just feel like I'm a generational difference. It feels icky and old.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm out of date, but
Yeah.
all of that sort of like, looking dapper like this. I was like, I hate it.
That's the feminine guy, because it's more your masculinity, because a masculine man will be clean, tidy, and he will be put together, but a feminine man attracts, but a masculine man goes for. Masculinity chooses.
Yeah.
I want her,
You heard that, guys.
right? And he is going to position himself to have her. A feminine man attracts. Because femininity is attractive. That's
a
why
flower.
women adorn themselves, and we do all of these, and we do the lashes, and we do all this crazy stuff, right? Because we actually select from who we attract, and men select from who they choose.
Feminine man.
Right?
So, last question from me anyway, if you
Sorry.
guys. But if you're in your 20s or mid 30s and you're single, what's the one piece of advice you'd give to the people out there, our listeners?
For men or for women?
For both.
Okay.
For both, heal your stuff. Just come off the dating apps. Heal your stuff. You have stuff. You have stuff. You have it. Okay? So I love what's happening right now with men and women not talking. I'm like, yes. I love that people are opting out of dating and relationships. They're sulking like little babies. But because we are actually hardwired to be together, we will come back. But I love what's happening right now. People are like, war of the sexes. I love it because we're actually having honest conversations now. So I say, let's all go to our little corners and realize that we're the problem.
Yeah.
If every woman and every man, because when I have these conversations with men and with women at a bar or whatever, and I allow them to see that they are the problem, not in a way of being the predator, but your stories, your narratives, your blueprints are the problem. They're like, oh my goodness, that explains why he was saying this and why he was saying, and all of a sudden the narcissist becomes, oh my God, I get it, right? So if we are okay to say, I might be the problem, and that's how I got to where I was when I realized perhaps I'm the problem. Took a while. But when I kept creating the same pattern in dating, that's when I was like, I think I'm the commandant. I think I'm the problem. And then that's when I started my journey, right? And when women heal, they become more feminine by default because we're built, we are at our core. When men heal, they become more masculine.
Beautiful.
They become more grounded in their masculinity. So if we just heal. And accept that I might be wounded in ways I have no idea because I've normalized the wound, like Edward was saying. It's become so normal for me to be dysfunctional. When a man doesn't respond, I'm going crazy. That is a problem. It actually is a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
When, as a man, I'm losing my rag and I don't know how to cope with a woman's emotion, I have a problem.
Facts.
And these problems are fine to have if we never want to have relationships. It's okay for you to stay traumatized. Just don't invite anybody into it.
To that party.
Right. And the good news is that there's actually a way out.
Thank you.
We don't have to work it out. We don't have to do all the maths by ourselves.
Thank you.
And the way out is to go to courses or
Come
therapy or... What's the way out? What's the route to
Come to the Black Swan Relationship Academy because
There you go.
we happen to be the best at what we do. But I'll tell you what, and I mean this with all humility, a lot of experts will teach you how to date, but they won't fix the problem. And there's a lot of that going on. There is a process out that I've created in my years of working on myself, and that creates results all the time. Once we've taken you through our system, which is a lot of this deep inner work, right? But it's very systematic. We find that our clients don't even go on many dates before they find their soulmate. Less than 10 dates. It takes 200 dates with no help to find your soulmate. With us, it's less than 10 dates. Yeah.
I've been even under a cave for a while. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's tough out there. Sounds you guys are suffering.
Yeah.
You're going for
on average. Some people have to go for more than that.
Wow.
But once you do the inner work, your vibrational frequency will call in your soulmate.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. You get what you deserve, right?
Yeah. So we're doing a lot of strategy. Say this, do this. If you see my content, I do strategy because it's fun. But I'm fully aware that until we do the soul work and the inner work, you are going to, even if I would say to my clients, if I put 10 men or 10 women in a room and one of them was your blueprint, you would like all 10, but there'll be something about that one. There's something about that one.
Yeah.
And I can't get that one off my mind.
Yeah.
Why? Because you have a whole system,
That's right.
psychologically, emotionally, that is wired to always, always find your blueprint in the middle of anywhere.
Well, thank you.
So people are like, oh, we can't find good men, we can't find good women. They are there.
Tell them.
You just do not have your reticular activating system, the part of you that actually filters out reality for you personally.
Tell them again. Thank you.
Will always find what's broken. So you will say all men are crap. All women are crap. No, all the men you can see. Because the reticular activating system can blind you completely from everything else. It creates your reality based on your beliefs and your blueprint. So what we do is disrupt all of that and allow you to see things differently. And then that's when you realize, oh my gosh, there are amazing men out there. There are amazing women out there.
It's beautiful.
Well, Thank you so much for your time.
No, it's
it was
beautiful.
an amazing podcast.
And amazing.
And guys, if you liked the episode, please like, share, subscribe, and please go and follow
Chengi at the Black Swan Relationship Academy.
There we go.
She's my
If you want to hear
number
more.
one anyway.
Thank you very much, guys.